And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Pebble Rock Delivery Service from Skybound. This is a game that's definitely marketed towards kids. It is what we call a pickup and delivery game, where you will be going around and picking up cargo and delivering it to islands. You're on a ship, but beware, there's a good whale, a bad shark, and bad pirates going around. Pirates trying to steal your cargo, shark trying to eat your fish. It's a roll and move game of sorts where you roll dice, but not quite what you're thinking. Let me show you. So you have a giant board here. Each player is going to have their own delivery person. When you'll have your boat starting next to this island in the middle. There's little standees here. And players are going to also have, there's a whale on the board, there's a pirate ship on the board, and there's a shark on the board. At the beginning of the game, you're going to draw these delivery cards, and those are crates, goods that need to be delivered to those islands for a certain number of victory points. So if you see 15 points is given to the person who delivers 4 crates to Lemming's Retreat. Each person here is going to start with a thing full of cargo. You have this Elvis card here. I'm playing Elvis. I start with 4 cargo on the island. As the game progresses, I might be getting fish. And so I'm trying to go to these different spots to deliver goods. You also have spots here to get item cards that might give you a new card so that you can carry 5 cargo instead of 4, or other special abilities, or even one-time use cards. Players are also going to be starting with an assignment, which is going to, if you do whatever this says by the end of the game, you'll get points. So end the game with 7 or more fish, 5 points, 10 or more fish, 10 points. Make 4 deliveries that require 1 or 2 cargo, 10 points, 3 deliveries, 5 points. So you're going to draw 2 and pick 1. On a player's turn, they're going to decide whether they're going to move cautiously or recklessly. When you move cautiously, you roll these dice. Your movement die is going to be a 3 to 5. If you roll recklessly, you'll notice it's a much better die, which goes from 5 to 8. So you get to move faster with this die. Although you can pay fish to move extra spaces for each fish you pay. And then if you're moving cautiously, though, good things can happen. The whale can move next to you. If the whale moves next to you, he gives you a free crate if you have a spot for it. If you get the fish, you'll roll the fish die here, and you'll get 2 to 4 fish. And different good things will happen. The red one has nothing on it, but also has a chance at bad things. The shark or the pirate might come after you, or you might put one of these tokens in your spot, which if any time someone lands on it, they get to move again. So you have a 33% bad chance of happening. The pirate steals cargo crates. The shark will make you roll the blue die and steal that many fish from you. After you decide how many space you're going to move, you move around the board. If you end your space on a fish spot, you'll roll to get more fish. If you end on a treasure spot, you get to draw one of the item cards and add it to special item cards. If you end on a treasure, you get to put this in one of your cargo spaces. And this, if you find a pirate and give it to the pirate, you'll get that many points on the other side, which I believe is 10 to 12. If you end your spot here in the middle lighthouse, you can refill your cargo cubes. And if you end your spot on one of the spots, and you use these markers to keep track of the spots, if you end next to there and you have the crates, you can deliver the crates and take that card as victory points, and it's something that you've delivered over the course of the game. When you do deliver, you say, okay, I delivered 1 crate to Lizard Rest, I get the 5 points, and we add another card here. And sometimes the end game scorings will depend on the color cards that are shown there. There's also cards where you will have to go to a spot to pick up a passenger and then deliver that passenger to someone else, and that passenger will take up one of your cargo spots. You can see here, this is the one that lets you hold 5 cargo. Here you can discard that card to avoid the shark. And you'll notice below it here, after everyone goes, you'll move forward the rounds. After 10 rounds, you're going to add up points. You'll show your end game scoring. If you manage to end next to the island, then you get one of these lighthouse tokens, which is worth 3 points. You add that to the points you got during the game, and whoever has the most points is the winner. I have mixed feelings about the components. On one hand, they're very nice. There's big puzzle pieces here that you build the board. Okay, that's cool. The board looks really pretty. The card quality is decent card quality, and the artwork is really nice artwork. I really like how it looks. The symbology is pretty clear. The fish tokens are good. The negatives. This does not take a small amount of space. For a kids game, this is pretty huge. As you can see, it's taking up my gamer table, a good chunk of it. And if you're playing with 4 players, it's going to take up the whole table. Now, that may not be a big problem, just mentioning it. Worse, though, are the standees. Depending on your angle, standees aren't so easy to see. There's a standee on each island, and it shows a picture of that island, which I think is supposed to help you match the picture on the card. But what these do is I find them very problematic. In fact, I'd rather play without them. And the reason I want to play without them is you're using standees to locate the island you need to go to. So when there's standees everywhere, these get lost amongst those. And I'd rather them have just printed the pictures on the board. Anytime you have a standee, unless you're looking at it exactly right, you're not going to be able to see it as easily. This is a minor point, I get it, but it is something that was an issue in our games, was finding which island was where. Even a game like Ticket to Ride, where it has you go to different locations, we'll have on the map, it might show you in a little map here that showed you where on the board each of these islands are, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 islands. That's a lot of islands, and it's the Walrus Shack. Where is it? Where's the Walrus Shack? Where's the Walrus Shack? Here's the Walrus Shack. And yes, you put this on there, but it does slow the game down when you look for that. And like I said, when there's standees everywhere, it's not easy to notice. But other than that, really cool production values. Everything fits in a fairly small box. You wouldn't imagine a game that takes up this much table space fits in a box like that. And the dice are good quality. You give this to someone as a gift, and they're easily going to see the difference between this and a mass market game. That's for sure. This is a very nice production with the caveats I had from Skybound. And Skybound does that. They make, for the most part, games that are really nice. Yeah, as a side note, it's a little odd to me. Skybound doesn't seem to have any kind of motif. I don't know what their games are. They make games for adults. They make games for kids. They make party games. They make strategy games. It just doesn't. It seems like they want to be in all the lanes. That being said, this does work. If you want a kid's game, this is a pretty solid one to get. The gameplay itself works really well. I like do you want to push your luck and roll the more dangerous dice, or do you want to move at a more slow rate, getting more fish, and you'll find that you'll alternate. Be safe, I gotta go fast, especially when you see other people beating you. And the concept's pretty simple. There are, at the beginning of the game, 7 things to go for, the 4 treasure chests and the 3 deliveries. People are going to pick up the treasure chests, so pretty soon the deliveries are going to get up there. And there will definitely be, you'll see someone going for a delivery and you'll say, I got a lot of fish, I think I'll spend them to speed past them and get it. But of course at the end of the game, and I didn't mention this in the overview, but leftover fish, I think it's 3 fish are a point, so you could save up tons of fish for lots of points at the end of the game, but then you're not moving as fast as everybody else. These are not immensely difficult decisions. What they are good decisions for kids to make. This is a kind of a nice stepping stone, a learning idea to play other games. So I like it. I am concerned about just how big the game appears, but it is a fun game for kids, and parents can play this with kids without sitting there going, this game's so boring. No, I think you can have a good time doing that. So a good family game for everyone to play together. So it's a nice production. Maybe Skybound is going to start a kids line. Who knows? Either way, check it out. Pebble Rock Delivery Service. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment, kid approved.